Oh man, an emergency update, because as you can see here guys, Bitcoin is breaking down from a key pattern which I shared with you guys. We need to take a look in the charts to see what is going on and how far can we retrace. Already, we are down 3% on the day. What does this mean for the price? Guys, you can see here as we were monitoring, we were in this bullish continuation pattern, right? The Bitcoin price was consolidating for a bit and you were hoping that this would then break out. Instead, we got a fake out, thrown back into the pattern. At this point, we said, guys, we're probably headed for a retracement. As you can see, we got the breakdown. I said, guys, this is expected. Do not be surprised to see us fall back below 30 because we're going to want to retest this green line, which is at 29,000 level mark, right? That was such a key level of resistance on our way up that finally when we broke it here, we've not come back to retest it. So I'm going to show you on the different chart time frames why this isn't too bad, but for now a lot of overzealous longs are getting wrecked right here and your portfolio will be in the red because we're having a 3% down day here on Bitcoin. But whenever you're having that doubt, whenever you're having that fear, zoom out. And what I want to show you is a few things. Let's start off with the hourly chart. And in the hourly chart, straight away you guys can see we've lost our hourly EMA ribbon. We're in a downtrend, we've lost the moving average as well. Fine, we look like we're set for a bigger retracement. Then come down to the 4 hourly, and the 4 hourly is when you go, okay, we've lost the 4 hourly EMA ribbon, we didn't bounce from our 4 hourly EMA ribbon. This means we're probably set for a bigger retracement, right? So we're gonna have to look at that. And then we come on over to the daily chart. And on the daily chart, you can see that this big red candlestick here is bringing us down to retest our EMA ribbon. And we should not be surprised by that, right? Because what we said was throughout this move, from when we moved from 19,500 all the way up to close to 31,000 on this latest move, we never came in to properly test our EMA ribbon. If you look at how we moved into our EMA ribbon, we moved into it, but we never touched it, nor did we go deep into the EMA ribbon in this range here. So now this is not a surprise to see this curling over. Okay, you could see that the RSI is ticking down as well. We did have a little bit of divergence playing out as well. And this is now going to come into its EMA ribbon. So I'm not going to be surprised to see 29,000. I'm not going to be surprised to see 28,800. And even, that's just touching the top of the EMA ribbon here. A deeper retracement could easily bring us all the way down to 26,700, guys. 26,700, and I wouldn't be too concerned because that's just testing the EMA ribbon. If we lost this daily EMA ribbon, then we need to reevaluate and look at the weekly chart. If you've made it this far into the video and you someday want to be able to read the markets, do technical analysis, trade as we are doing on this channel, then perhaps you may want to check out my free technical analysis from scratch course over on Skillshare. For those who aren't familiar, Skillshare is an online education platform. You sign up for a nominal amount each month and you get access to a wide variety of different courses. I personally use it to learn all sorts of things, from video editing to financial to using Excel and various other bits and pieces that you may want to learn. It's far better than YouTube on those elements because on YouTube everything is about retention, whereas with a course you can put things in a structured curriculum, and that is exactly what I've done with my TA course. It's completely free for the first 30 days. If you click the link in the description, ijaz.uk/TA, to take advantage of the TA course. Let me know what you think about it and let's get back into this video. We're in an okay position here. We've got room for error here on Bitcoin. We can have a couple of bad weeks. It's okay. We've moved so powerfully here on this weekly EMA ribbon. A big move here, 3 doji weeks, which are weeks of indecision, but really we were just consolidating, and then a powerful 7% week last week. Now we've opened up this week almost 3% down, but again, look at it. It's not even losing the gain from last week, right? So it's okay. We could come down to our EMA ribbon here, which is where my cursor is now, at 25,800, and it still not be too much of a concern because you could retest your EMA ribbon, bounce, and onwards you go. So there's plenty of levels of support here in the various timeframes. It's important not just to look here and panic. This should have been expected because if you look at the daily chart, you've had crazy extended moves. At what point was it going to come to the EMA ribbon? It was always going to come to the EMA ribbon, right? Which is why I was shouting that in the video, that do not be surprised to see this come down. And these are where the interesting dip buys happen. Do not chase these green candles when it's extended from the EMA ribbon. I want to wait for these levels here and nibble here. If it falls deep into the EMA ribbon, nibble, 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 down through the EMA ribbon. On the 4 hourly, you can see you're heavily retraced, okay? So now let's go look at where are the horizontals here on the chart. Let's get back to this chart here with all our key levels on the chart. And let's get a little bit zoomed out so you guys can see the structure that we're forming, right? And what you'll see straight away here is that we are now, after this move, coming back to test this green line. Now look at that green line. Just look at it holistically here. How many times we got rejected from this level? So finally, when you break it here, do you think you're just going to go on a rocket ship all the way up? No. You've got to come back down, curl over, get some retest, build some strength here. Now, if it loses this green level, then you need to be looking even lower. And that's where 27,000 comes in. Look at this support here on the dotted yellow line. Important support. That sits at 27,700. So these are the levels I've identified on the chart. So you know what? I'd love to have a little nibble here. If we lose that level, 27,700, I'd love to look at another nibble there. If we break below there, which again, like I said to you guys, is not the end of the world. If we want to break below there, my next horizontal is this orangey brown line here, which sits at 26,200, okay? Then I'm looking at 26,200. Failing that, then 25,000. So that's my order of the dip buys that I want to do. And on the longer term time frame, am I too concerned, like I've just shown you? No. Yes, the 4 hourly doesn't look good. Yes, the hourly doesn't look good, so I'm set for more retracements. But on the daily, we've got to get our EMA ribbon in to provide support. Can we bounce from our EMA ribbon? How deep do we want to retrace? On the weekly, we don't even need to be having a little bit of sweat. It's not an issue whatsoever. We've not come down into our EMA ribbon. It's okay. But now we need to look at the calendar. And we need to have a quick look to see what are the key events here in the calendar. If you have a quick jot down through here, it's a fairly painless week. You do have the Fed chair, one of the Fed officials, Bowman, speaking here on Tuesday. If you come down here into Wednesday, we can also take a look. There's not too much coming out here on Wednesday, apart from the Fed's beige book, which I don't think is going to have too much of a move on the market. We will cover it off if it does have any major implications for the market. Then we get our initial jobless claims. These will be important. The market does want to see that the labor markets are continuing to cool down. Yes, you'll get the manufacturing survey as well. We'll take a quick look at that. Another Fed official speaking there, Fed Walla, so we'll look out for that as well. So overall, it's a fairly okay week, and I'm not too concerned if Bitcoin wants to take this week off and have a little bit of a cooling off. Let's remind ourselves here, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green weeks here in a row, taking us from the previous week. This low formed on this candle, guys, was 19,500. Let's not forget, that's where we've come in 5-6 weeks, and it's okay to come and retest the EMA ribbon. It's not a reason to panic. So there you have it, guys, in the Bitcoin chart. There is a much needed pullback going on, and this makes me happy because I didn't like the fact that it kept moving exponentially, because you can't really ladder in your buys. I don't want to chase green candles, you guys know that, and also it's not healthy. If you fill and move really quickly to the upside, you can dump just as hard. So I'm happy for us to go back down, reconsolidate at 29. Have we actually earned 29? Have we actually earned 27? So it's fine if it comes down for a retest, and I'll take those as opportunities to buy the dip, and I want to be taking those positions as nibbles. Let me know, what are you guys doing in the market? Hopefully you appreciate this quick emergency update, and I'll see you in the next one.